Yeah, so my name's Colin MacLeod. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a new defense tech company in London called Mutable Tactics. We're working on adding autonomy to drones, principally UAVs, so principally flying drones, but looking at other types as well. Yeah, so I met the hackathon team in Madrid a couple months ago, and just the energy they had was amazing. I think it's super important to work with talented, young, inventive people and explain to them why defense is such an important topic to work on. I think as Europeans, we haven't really had a discussion about what defense means since, probably even before the end of the Cold War. And having been in the army myself, I've lived it. And so I'm just really passionate about getting out there and talking to people and explaining to them why it's such an important topic to work on. There's a choice. So at the moment, the choice is that we'll continue to send kind of 18-year-olds with rifles to fight our battles and fight our wars. And that is the way that we work today. I think we have an alternative future where we send increasingly autonomous systems, but that only happens if we work on the problem. I think Ukraine has obviously reminded everyone just how fundamental security is in life. I was working on climate before I came back to work in defense, and the energy crisis that happened off the back of Ukraine and Russian gas being cut off shook the whole climate agenda really hard and slowed that down. So even if progressive agendas are your thing, security is this just foundational aspect that we need to make progress as a society. And so people should be working on it, I believe. It's great to see such a diverse group of people here. We've got the Helsings of the world, we've got the Danish MOD are here, we've got startups like myself and others, we've got investors, and then we've got loads of really talented and kind of pan-European students and kind of postgraduates here working on the problem, which is, I think, quite a unique setup. Yeah, I think one of the messages that was kind of, I suppose, most encouraging is listening to, I think it's always great to hear from people in uniform. So it's listening to the kind of Danish MOD talk about how they're thinking about innovation and their role within it. I'm a big believer that Europe collectively can do really transformational things in defense, but the individual nations can kind of pick what aspect of the problem do they want to work on. And it was just exciting to hear that, that paralleled in some of the kind of story we were hearing from the Danish MOD. That got me excited. I'm hoping that some of the students will start companies. I think we can't have enough innovation in defense. We want to, we've got to spread our bets around. We've got to have loads of innovation, just as we see in fintech and climate tech and other aspects. I think we need just as many kind of new voices and new companies being started in defense. And through that, the classic kind of venture model, some of them will rise up to be real champions. So yeah, I'm hoping that a few companies emerge from this weekend. Don't be too daunted. I think that the tides are turning in defense, and you can work on any aspect of the problem. There are lots of unsolved problems within defense, and it can seem like a huge, doubly hard hurdle to get over compared to some other areas of innovation. But actually, I think there's still tons of unsolved problems that you can run at. So yeah, don't be too daunted. You'll find friendly people in all aspects of defense who want you to succeed, who will help you. So ask for help when you need it. I've been in combat. I've been in Afghanistan twice. I was in Iraq once. I've led those 18-year-olds in combat. And I know that the rules in the game are changing. I think you can see that from Ukraine. You see the increased use of drones, the increased use of autonomy. And I think unless we innovate to meet that threat, we're going to continue to send those 18-year-olds. And I just think it's an increasingly unfair fight for them. And that keeps me up at night. So I want to make sure that we're kind of meeting the threat that's emerging and giving those warfighters the best tools to kind of defend our values and our democracies.